now you're making money. We're making money. We're positioning ourselves. Sometimes you feel like you'd rather still date the girls that knew you before you got to a position you are right now, or you don't mind welcoming some of the new girls in, because the girls that knew you before now, like you said, you just said it yourself, like you probably know me for me before all of this, because I know for me, I struggled with that shit. Like the girls that I've not changed. I tell people I've not changed. Maybe my status in terms of more people know who I am, but nothing has changed. I've been doing parties for years. I've been outside. I've liked girls, all this stuff. Probably just more reserved. But girls that knew me then that were genuine, sometimes I always have a soft spot for. Then the girls that meet me now is like, if I already hear, like when I meet a girl for the first time, you already say how you know me. It's like, shit.
I'm like, yeah.
You watch my stuff. Fair enough. But but the one that knew you before, she knew you when your name
but you know
was
the
your
thing.
name.
But here's the thing though. So the ones that knew you before sound good in the beginning. But when you actually try to say, okay, since you knew me before, you've known me before all of this, but that's the problem. Now, all of this is my new reality. And so a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times, they can't get used to this new reality.
Unless you transition them in as well.
Again, I say it's not all the time, right? There are lots of people who don't want to be able. So there are people who you would have known before. Would I call it stardom, right? That they don't want a star. Whereas I'm the same person, like I haven't changed, but they are going with the mindset of, now that you're a star, you'll be seeing celebrities. No, I don't want that. You'll be getting so much attention. I'm like, why are you worried about that? You've known the kind of person I am, and I'm telling you, I'm still that same person. That I get attention is something that will just come with the trade. And so there's a lot of I'm trying to explain.
But it's like we said on our last episode. I feel like it's a defense we're already going to put in the back of our heads. Like,
which is I agree.
Let me ask you now. Like, have you dated?
Okay.
Have you dated? Okay, let me even get your perspective first.
Okay, so this is my perspective, and this is what I think. Right on this particular topic, I know I've had these conversations with my guys a lot of the time. There is no formula to dating or having a successful relationship. There is no formula to having a long-lasting relationship. I don't think there's formula. There's a formula like, when I say formula, I'm saying like, I know this girl before, everything.
And so that should be work. So
it has to be that girl that you know, that knows you from. Nah, lie. Because I will tell you why.
That came from the heart.
I will tell you why. This is why. And I'm talking from personal experience, but I'm not going to go to details.
That's fine.
So she knew me, or she knows you before the stardom. When she knew you then, everything is cool. She's calm. She's cool-headed. She's chilled. Everything is nice. Everything is going on well.
Exactly.
Then the stardom comes. You have money. You have attention. Yeah. You, as a guy, most guys that I know wouldn't change towards that girl. They can change towards people outside because now there's a status now.
Yeah,
right?
so you're.
But to my girl, I will still always be that guy. Normal.
The same nicknames, the same behavior,
same everything, same behavior, same everything. Now it's just that there's money I can spend more on her now.
Exactly.
But you see the problem, right? The same way you have upgraded, she would also want to upgrade. Which is not bad.
There's nothing wrong with it. Yes.
Until she starts doing all those things that
now draw you away from
that starts to put you off. Like,
so not to gain, I'm not saying
skipping
your
late
personal
nights
business.
now. She's going to parties now because she feels like, maybe you've gotten her a car now, so she's having some friends that you wouldn't even let her have before on a normal day.
Exactly.
You get she's wearing things outside that you wouldn't. Guys, how protective.
Can I ask you a question on what you're saying though for both of you now?
Yeah.
So in saying that now, no matter what, any woman we bring in our lives, especially when you've leveled up, you're going to level her up.
Definitely. That's 100.
Would you say there's a sense of, and again, nobody, like, someone say, like, that security in our head, like, why is she doing this? Why is she doing this?
Yeah.
But you yourself have to prepare yourself. It comes with the territory. If you're going to level up, is she not supposed to do the same thing also?
Yeah.
I'm not saying she, like, going to some parts and all that. I know what you mean. But then if she's now, like, changing a bit, but it's making her better, she's falling into my lifestyle, is that not a good thing?
Let's walk in the shoes. So say, for example, it's the other way around, and we're the ones. You don't imagine this girl is not broke before you get money. So let's add that. It's not like she's coming from a poor background. So like you guys are both all right? Yeah. But then of course you now rise to stardom. Now let's flip it. Let's wear the shoes. let it be that she's the one that rises to stardom, and I'm the one that's still the regular guy. I just know him, right? And so she's also in this journey where she's like, she knows me, or she knew me before, the whole thing. I knew her before the whole fame. So when we see and we talk, it's still our regular shit, right? We're still doing our thing. Now, if she says she want to get serious with me and she wants to see how things go, that she prefers to just roll with me than, new people and people she's not sure of, that she's sure of me, I'm like, okay, no worries. Now, if we start to date or do our thing and then, she's plugging me to, she might not be buying me things directly, but she's plugging me to new things that's taking me up. Maybe she even says that I should manage her, or I should just be in a position where we're both growing together. Now, just the way we're just talking about, the girl wanting to level up, wanting to change, does it also mean that when I get to that point, I have a nicer car now, me say I'm going to do, okay, you know what, I'm traveling to this. I mean, if I'm talking for myself now, I don't think I'm going to be any different. I'll just be living a better life and buying the things I wished I could buy before, and living the life. And when I say living the life I could buy before, they're just things that you dream about. You know what? I would like a nice house. I'd like this. There's a particular kind of couch I've always dreamed of. I have the money now to buy, but it's not changing my lifestyle. But you see the
thing, exposure comes with a lot of things, right? It not depends on the person. The reason why I said there is no formula to this thing is, you see, you can say, oh, because I've known this girl before, it's the stardom now, everything's going to be fine. Most of the time, it doesn't even turn out like that. You can meet somebody, you can meet somebody that you are on your high, she's also on her high, and everything is going to click. Yeah, she will like you for who you are, and everything is possible. I know I never see her, but I know, I never see her, but it's possible. I'm just saying
possible.
It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, anything is still possible. But my point is, I want us to remove that stereotype of, because I know this girl before. I'm not saying when you now blow up, you now leave her or something.
Yeah.
If you have that, it's very good for you. Keep it.
Exactly.
You get. But if you
not
don't have it, it's not a prerequisite.
Exactly.
Or maybe
you force you have to now go back.
Or it's not even like it's not even like you go to that as soon as you meet the one that you used to know, things will just click. It doesn't work that way.
Or maybe like you've had an ex that was really good to you. Maybe something happened, you guys fell out, and then you want to go back. See, the thing is, girls get influenced. Yeah, like they can easily be influenced. Guys can also be easily be influenced too. But you see, how do I put it? Okay, let me use myself now. We were good when we were together. Money came, things came. She started having some questionable male friends. She started going out, coming back late.
This is based on new exposure.
This is my own personal experience. She comes back to the house by 2 a.m. I wasn't even around, right? I traveled, right? And then somehow, my gate man tells me this is the time she's just coming in. And then I'm finding out all these things, and this is not who you used to be.
Or the person you even wanted that you decided to go on this journey.
And in my mind, I was like, nobody can understand me, reach this girl.
Exactly, based on history, based on experiences,
based on everything. But now, I'm taking care of you now, but things are changing in ways that I don't like. Do you get?
So let me ask you, in saying that though,
Yeah.
like we also talk about how as men too, we have to start to get accountability in terms of with our ladies now, especially Nigerian men. We weren't brought up to communicate even the way we're doing right now.
Yeah.
So even with your partner now, did you communicate these things, or like do you actually like say these things like, yo, like okay,
definitely
the way this is moving, like I don't like this, and how did those conversations go?
I communicated, and she just got sneakier. There's a word like that. She just got more sneaky with it. Yeah.
And that's when already once that trust is gone, it's
And this is the second time, so it has happened twice. One that happened was when I was in school, uni. I had this girl I was dating when I was a director of socials. So like when we started dating, getting into the tenor, I wasn't organizing parties at the beginning. So I was still that normal school guy. And then got to the point where 5 or 4 months in, and I started organizing big parties, and then my name was trending all over campus. And then when they mentioned my name, they'll say, this is his babe. She used to be cool-headed and everything, and then it got to that point where I now started getting attention. She started getting attention. She changed her friends. She changed up. She started hanging out with
big girls, bigger girls.
She started listening to some, and then she started misbehaving, doing some things. So.
And that's the thing, you know what? It's like it sounds similar to like that trauma we talk. Because I say for me, I'm different. Like I always say, girls the trauma from women always makes me better personally, because I've had so many experiences with women now that it's just like, we're even just talking about it just before camera, like, where are these girls today? And even for me doing events, like I've done events now for like 10 years. And before, there were certain types of women I used to always entertain and all that in that scene. And even when they will change and all that, I used to be the person that always tried to save Captain Save a Hoe, as they used to say. I don't call these women hoes. I'm just saying that's the expression. Before anybody should come for me, please. But I used to try and save them and all. And I think for me, the one thing that I had to just really do was just like do a deep dive into self. It was like this last few years, I had to do a deep dive into self. Like, bro, okay, the girls you've been chasing, are they really for you? Like, you know how sometimes you chase girls that you want, but there's girls that you need.
Yep. And most of us are chasing girls we want for the.
So I was even going to get to that question now. Like, now that, so even with that now, like, with the traumas that we've all had, I don't want to say you, because all men have trauma from women. The kind of girls you're interacting with now, are they the ones you want, or are they the ones you need? Or, in fact, better yet, those girls, now that you look at it, were they the girls you wanted then, or the girls you actually needed, that it just so happened things change?
To be honest, I don't know if they fall into any of those categories.
Mad.
Yeah, we should definitely be doing
I love this
therapy plan. We should be having monthly subscriptions as men, generally.
Because you know what he just said now, that's a very dark. Go ahead, elaborate, please. Wow.
I don't think there's much to say. I just don't think they fall into any of that.
They just fall into experience.
Yeah, just fall into experience.
Just fall into
and was this in Lagos?
Yeah.
So you're from Osun. You know, you say you're wearing, but you're from Osun. What is your honest take? Like, all jokes aside, we hear the stereotypes with Lagos babes, all that. What has been your experience with Lagos women since you've come back?
Especially in comparison to, the fact that you were not sure for most of the time.
Because we grew up in Lagos now, but it's like you grew up in Lagos, but you came back at a certain age. So that experience is going to be different. My experience is going to be different. His experience is going to be. So what's it been like for you with Lagos women?
One thing I would say is I have met some girls that genuinely liked me, like really, really love me.
Right.
Yeah. One thing I always tell my guys is, if a girl likes you, if a girl loves you, one way that you would know is she will spend on you. If she doesn't have,
agreed.
See, if she has the smallest, I'm telling you the truth. See, this is me being 100%.
Agreed.
See, anything that will make a girl spend on you, she loves you, guy. She likes
and
you.
It doesn't even have to be the most expensive.
It doesn't have to be the. See, girls are very calculative. If they carry 1K and spend it on you, bro, don't worry, they get you for mind. So I've met some girls like that really.
I think we should be specific and say Nigerian women, because
we should be Nigerian.
Yes, because
so let's say
women abroad will buy things just of the gesture of, okay, you know what, this is courtesy. Someone I've been talking to, I saw this thing and I thought,
nice.
I think it's nice. Thank you very much.
I've not had an experience with.
Okay, because I know
because
when I compare, I know it's Nigerian men that calculate. Yeah. They calculate die. If she's spending on you, she don't calculate her.
Yeah, Nigerian women would calculate. So, but I've met a couple of them that were really good, but at the same time, nothing really lasted long. Let me just put it that way. Why? Because there were some things that they do, and as a guy, I was not just. I mean, if we are in a relationship or we are in a situationship, at least we owe ourselves some sort of accountability. So if that accountability is not there, I mean, if you are being fishy, you are hiding some things.
It just looks like in the long run, what's the point?
Yeah, what's the point? So, like I always say, I'm just gonna.
I love it. I think I'm going to take it out. And it's the truth. I mean, he has a point, So I've been in places or situations where, the person would spend on me, show that she likes me and stuff like that, but. You just know as a guy that you can't move beyond that point, because certain things are just not. It just seems like you don't know the person, right?
Yeah.
So you just. But do you make the? That's what I said. Accountability for us to
again.
Let's start taking out.
That's we make the guys don't know. Hold on. So see, for a guy to get to the point where he knows. So the first block is you're not sure if the babe likes you. That's the first block.
Yeah, that's the
When
first block.
when you realize, when you've seen things that are evidently showing that she likes
she
you,
likes you.
you've crossed that
Can I
point.
ask you a
That is
question?
one-
Yeah.
So, but does she have to be the one to? Because this is, we always have this debate about
Yeah.
Nigeria. Because I grew up in Yankee before
Okay.
I now came here and all
Okay.
that. So we always joke about like
Okay.
our perspectives.
Okay.
I've noticed this with Nigeria guys that grew up here.
They want the
You
babe
people-
to be the one to.
Exactly.
Let me tell you why.
You guys want the babe
Bro,
to like you first.
it's
I'm
a
like,
trauma
yo,
response.
If
No,
you
so
like her, you gotta make
is
her
it is a
like
trauma
you.
is a trauma response, and it's because we've had too many situations of cases of the guy is showing and love bombing, showing attention, and the girl is just tolerating or just accepting based on the fact that
Maybe because of status, maybe because
Exactly.
she has things she's gaining from you.
On to the
or
next.
maybe she's bored.
On to the next.
But then,
Bro,
how long
onto
will you
how
do
many
that?
next?
How many next?
I mean,
How
don't-
many
see-
next?
See, that,
How many
you see how this
times?
because that was me now.
How many
Alright,
next? Exactly. See, so
How
so the
many
thing is, so the
next?
thing is,
But
if
I
you-
always,
if you
I
do so
always
many
see it
next-
as a case though, like the world is okay. So maybe my thinking, I'm not saying it's the best thinking. Like I calm down, obviously, but my thinking was there's millions of people in this world. Obviously, you go pain me like the girl you like now, she didn't move funny and all that. But it's like, let's be real. Even as guys, when you're single, you're probably talking to 2, 3, 4 girls at the
Okay.
same time. Not that you're talking to all of them intensely.
Intensely,
like,
yeah. But you just
still
have
get
the
your
attention,
options.
yeah,
So
okay.
it's like, unless we actually in a relationship, all right, you moving funny, all right, next. But then with Nigeria, and that's what I said,
okay.
Nigeria guys on the other hand, they'll be like, nah, from that 1-2 experience I had, Omo, you go like me first before I even make this episode.
again,
Nah.
again, see, guys
She
naturally
doesn't.
want to do
Because
that. Yeah.
girls will rarely come out and say, "I like you."
Yes,
They
rarely.
will rarely. But
Rarely.
you see, as guys, you can know when a girl likes you.